if we have a natural disaster, something happens, or we're going into war, prices will change quickly. Come back over here with me. Stay off the whiteboard now. Come back over here. We're gonna go back in a minute.
Isn't there a limit to that law?
What you mean?
Like you can't price gouge?
You can't price gouge. Good, I'm glad you brought that up.
Alright.
Our government steps in and says, if there was a natural disaster, would the flexibility of prices naturally allow the price of oil to go skyrocket if we had a, I don't know, like an oil leak out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico and BP is under a really strapped money-wise because they're having to clean all that mess up? I mean, would gas, oil naturally go up?
Yeah, it would, but it's not gonna be big enough to cause.
Oh, but it can be.
No, but
It's gonna go, it's gonna.
The
be-
government steps in and says,
You
I know you
can't
had a
do
hurricane.
this.
I know you got 10,000 people without electricity. I know you got 2,000 generators going on right here. I know that they would all love to come run and buy right now that $250 generator. It cost $250 last week, but now that there's been a hurricane and we got 10,000 people out, now could Lowe's, could Home Depot say, you want that generator? It's $1,000.
No.
yes.
They can't, they
Could
can't,
they?
they
Prices
can't,
are flexible. They can change if there's a shock to the economy, something shocking.
they can, but
That's
our
the case.
government will eventually come in. and say-
The government has passed laws that says you will not gouge.
It's like gas before a storm comes through.
It's like gas before a storm. And they'll go in and shut down gas stations. If you have a storm coming, you should see this happen all the time. Have a storm coming, my mom would immediately get on the phone and say, they got a hurricane coming, you better go fill up. And you go to the gas station and the line will be forever long.
And gas instead
And
of
gas would
$2.50
be
is $2.90.
Out of this one, yeah, they start moving it up. They can move it up some, but they can't $5 it and $6.
They can do it $2.50 to $2.60.
Yes,
but
they
can't
can
do
bring it up
$3.60
some,
or $4.
okay? So they're not supposed to go crazy, but prices are flexible and they can adjust to the changes in our market. Yes ma'am, I'm sorry. Okay.
Can I sit up there somewhere?
Baby, you move where you wanna move. There's not another chair right there. You wanna sit right here? You see that better? Can you still not get it to open up? That's why she's having a hard time singing, I know.
I left my glasses at home.
Yeah.
You press F5.
Yes, no?
You press F5 on the keyboard.
It's just not responding at all.
It says resume
I just went to,
Yeah, there we go.
is it wrong to start going crazy?
You're in section 2 now.
You like her?
Attaboy. The hero we always wanted that didn't know we needed.
He's the hero we need, not the one we deserve.
Oh, thank you. You want to piggyback, right?
Yeah,
I think he does.
Alright.
straight to my
No,
truck.
no grant.
Did you like show me?
Not after class.
Okay. Okay, prices have no administrative costs, so that one needs some explanation. There's no one that sits in our government and says, you know how much we're gonna charge for bread this week? You know how many people are gonna be allowed to have bread this week? You know how we're gonna disperse this cheese? You know how we're gonna get rid of the eggs that we have? There's no one in our government that oversees who gets the goods. Because in our country, who gets the goods
The consumers.
is very simply the people who can pay the price for it.
The
Okay.
consumers.
The consumers that
Control
can
the market.
pay the price. Price controls who gets what. And the last one, prices are familiar and they're just easy to understand. Not all countries, not all economies use price as a way to distribute their goods. In this market economy, you writing with me? In my market economy, you keep telling me that who gets the goods?
Consumer.
Come on.
The people who can pay the
The
price.
consumer that can pay the price. That's who gets the good. That means, are there people in that society that do not get the goods?
Yes.
One of the things that we said was wrong with market economy is that it does
Not
not
everybody
meet
is
the
taken
needs
care
of
of.
everybody. There you go. Let's write that down. Get this out of your way. You ready to get that in your way now?
Yeehaw.
You good?
No, this is section one.
Yeah, we do a worksheet. Does not meet the needs of everyone. Some economies try to do that. Some economies try to meet the needs of everyone.
Command economy.
Yeah, command economies do, Graham. Now, what's the problem with the command economy trying to meet the needs of everyone?
Because,
It limits how much they can get. They may be covering everybody, but they're rationing it out, and some people may feel like they're not getting enough.
doesn't feel
Or
like
they truly may not be getting enough.
And they
Doesn't-
truly may not be getting enough. How do we decide how much to get?
our feelings.
I mean, not necessarily feelings, we can use off of like what they usually use and how much they need per day. And a family with 2 kids shouldn't get the same as a family with no kids. A family with 4
Okay.
kids should get more than a family with 2 kids. Just based off of how many people are in the household.
What's some information I have to have before I can decide how to ration
So
something?
how many people are in the
I
household?
need to know how many I have to distribute it
You
to.
gotta know their ages,
No, come on.
How much you?
I need to know how many people I have to distribute to,
How much?
their income.
and then how much I have. If I'm trying to fairly ration, listen, if we are doing no price, if we're knocking out price, do I care how much you make?
No,
No.
you're rationing it out.
So, what I need you to do, listen, I need you to count off of me. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 1,
3.
1,
Good job, Graham.
1,
4. 3.
go to your groups. 1 over here, 2 back there, 3 over there. What do y'all?
I bought it,
Find
cousin.
2, 2. Okay, 4 over here. Go find your groups. Now, listen what you're gonna do. Freeze. Don't move, I'm sorry. Listen to
No,
me.
this is 4.
Go to your groups first and then I'll explain. Go to your groups. Hurry.
Where's 2?
Where's 2? Where's group 2? Find some place to sit down. You don't have to write something. You gotta figure
I
something
bought
out.
it, cousin.
You don't have to take like the battery and just take something to write with. Michael. Pink, Grandma.
we're winning.
Don't blow a hole in there. Why do we study economics?
To make better decisions.
Yes? Why do you need to make that decision?
Because
Further the economy.
I'm looking for a word.
Oh, scarcity.
Yeah.
Michael, you're in group 3.
yeah.
This is good. I know, this is good.
You there?
Because
You
you're
with your
behind
group?
group.
This is not difficult, not rocket science. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Round up so you can talk to each other. I don't need you sitting in a straight line like little zombies. I need you talking to each
Come on,
other.
Alan, do you agree?
Alright,
Pop, boy, here.
here is our issue. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're not doing prices. We don't even know how to spell price. We don't even know what that is.
They're fine.
No,
EY.
yeah, ZBRT.
They're fine.
I don't even know. We're not doing price. You have 1,000 students at this school. Okay, or, no, that's not what I'm gonna do. 1,000 students at this school. You have a concert coming up. Like yesterday, you did a great job, I heard, that you did awesome. Miss Crane was just raving about how well you took care of things.
Thank you.
You have 200 tickets. What'd you do?
He got kicked out for crowd
I
surfing.
got kicked out for crowd surfing.
Okay.
I was looking at
dumb.
You have 200 tickets. That's scarcity, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Economics we study because as much as we have, is it ever enough to give everybody everything they want?
No.
It's just not. You have 1,000 students at this school. You have 200 tickets at this concert. You need to figure out how these tickets are going to be allocated at this school. And again, we don't know how to spell the word price,
Top 20%.
okay? So I need you to round up, talk to your little group, and please be aware that the goal in society is to be fair. You should always be fair and
Shut this
non-discriminating.
concert down,
Huh?
shut the concert down. There's not enough for everybody, it's not fair.
Absolutely not.
Alright.
Non-discriminating. So whenever you create
Give
your
us the students.
idea of how we're gonna do this, hand these tickets out, allocate these tickets, you need to make sure that you are being fair and non-discriminating. Alright, go. You have just a couple
Alright.
minutes to figure it out, you gotta tell us all.
We'll have two separate concerts instead.
Advertising.
And two of us will go to one concert, swap up.
She said we don't know the word price.
So we'll just basically split them up
We need to do
evenly.
contest.
And
But they work.
Let's come
Says price, I think, here.
That's
What
a
is
big
that?
deal. We need to sell the price.
No,
I don't understand.
well, we know where we're at, we're not saying there's no prices, we're allocating, alright? So she just said to us, for example, so three of us will go, and this is the important part, volunteering. So two of us volunteer,
before the
and so the two that volunteers will go to a separate concert. And so it'll probably be on, I saw it after, it'll be a smaller crowd, and it'll be
Let me
a
know if I can
better
come before
experience.
school or something.
But it'll be more raving in the bigger crowd.
Write your ideas down, somebody, one person in your group, kind of jot down your ideas, because you gotta present to the class. How do you intend on allocating, giving out these
No,
tickets?
1,000 students
I don't
in
know.
two.
So how are you
You can
gonna?
do it without being
I was just saying,
discriminating.
so-
I am a parent that is about to call the school on you right now, whatever you give me, I'm gonna find out something wrong with it. I'm sure I've got a child that was excluded.
Are you one of those?
Yes, I am, I'm one of those.
Allocating